I'm sitting here with Jerome Le Louer. He's the CEO and the founder of Wishbeer. He's, I believe, just started to sell online as well. But this business is about 3 years old. Let's talk to Jerome a little bit and find out about the genesis of this business, how things are going, and where he thinks they're going to go in the future. Hi.
Hi, Michael.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
We've met before, but I think it's been such a long time ago.
Yeah.
That we really need to catch up and figure out like where your business was,
sure,
how it's changed, and maybe where it's going. Do you want to talk a little bit about the beginning?
Sure.
And how you thought originally about selling beer?
Yeah, beer online.
Beer online.
Yeah.
And then talk about, you know, why start the business in Thailand? Will you do regional growth, things like that? Just for me, so I can understand.
Okay. So basically, Wishbeer started with a wish, right? I've been in Thailand for 12 years.
Got it.
And
originally from?
I'm from France.
From France.
And and I've worked as a CFO mostly over the past 12 years in Thailand with some regional roles.
What types of businesses can you carry, without saying the names if you don't want to? Can you?
No, I worked in like retail, manufacturing, freight forwarding, and
a finance background.
Yeah, finance, business school in France.
Got it.
And the last 4 years, actually, like since 2009 to 2014, I worked in a web company.
A web company.
So they were doing like web development. I was CEO and CFO.
Oh wow, okay.
And I kind of got the culture, the web culture and how to make websites and how it works.
There's a little bit of a bug you get.
Yeah.
And I watch people develop it and you think,
yeah, exactly. I've been always interested in like the new technologies. Right. And for me, it was like kind of the opportunity to do something myself also.
So why beer?
So,
Are you a big, I don't drink beer.
Finance guys, we always think about numbers and stuff, and at some point we get thirsty, right?
At some point we get thirsty. I feel like you've told this story before.
It's kind of, but so I thought, all these great beers from Belgium that you could find in bars and restaurants in Thailand,
but you couldn't buy at home.
But you could never buy them like even in supermarkets. You would never find.
I haven't thought about it, but yeah, you could.
So you have like a very limited selection in supermarkets.
So what did you do? You went to the suppliers and tried to get.
So that's the idea. I went to all the suppliers of beer in Thailand and created this new channel for them. They were not really selling, and they were not willing to sell their beers online because of mostly of pricing. They were worried that if I sell online, it's going to be cheap. It's and their main customers is bars and restaurants.
Right. Fair enough.
So they wanted the pricing to be consistent.
Right.
And
otherwise the bars and
it worked out. Sorry?
Otherwise the bars and restaurant would go around.
Not really, but it's more like for the customer perspective. The customer would see, why it's 100 baht on Wishbeer and 250 at the bar, right? So it would create a bit of confusion. But we established some trust, and we did like some minimum selling price, so I don't cut the price and stuff like that. And we grew from there. So
how is business now compared to what it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago?
So 3 years ago, when we started, we had like 150 products, maybe 210 suppliers.
Right.
And now we have over 600 products, over 50 suppliers.
Wow.
So that's a lot of logistics to
I was going to say, who does your backend?
We do.
You do by yourself?
Yeah.
Do you have your own warehouse?
We do, yeah.
You have your own warehouse, so it's got to be temperature controlled, right?
Yes.
Is it mostly craft style beers? Am I getting that right? I'm not a beer expert.
Some of them are craft, some are not craft.
Belgian beers are pasteurized, is that right?
Yes.
So it needs to be temperature controlled, otherwise it goes bad.
Yeah, well, control, yes, but it doesn't need to be like at 5 degrees or anything. I mean, there are just a few beers that we need to keep really cold.
Okay.
So they don't go bad, but most of the beers can be kept at like 20 degrees. It's okay. Yeah. If they don't stay too long, obviously.
Right.
But as we grow, the rotation of the stock is faster, so they don't.
So how is business?
It's doing okay. I mean, it takes time.
Of course. Building anything takes time.
To build a brand and to get the brand out there. It's also a niche.
Right.
We specialize in beer, and also in some ways we get lucky because the beer market grew.
Your timing was not bad, actually.
Immensely since the past 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, when I first came, there was only one bar that was selling, or maybe two. The other one was way on the other side of town. There's only one bar selling any kind of interesting beers.
Exactly.
And now that franchise is actually quite bigger. But you came at just the right time. As a matter of fact, back then I was actually talking to a supplier in Japan, who's kind of famous, about potentially importing their beers here. But again, I'm not a beer guy, so I just couldn't get the passion for it.
Okay.
Even though I used to be finance as well.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, in my little corner of finance, we drank wine.
What did you do before?
Trading.
Trading. Okay.
Securities trading. Okay. Yeah. Well, which part of the finance business were you besides the CFO? All CFO stuff?
Yeah, mostly CFO.
Yeah, you guys would definitely drink beer.
Yeah. Take care of the accounting.
Only the good stuff. Yeah. So where do you see it going from here? You've been funded, I presume.
Yeah, 500 Tuk just announced it today.
Today?
So yeah, we're happy.
Should we have a beer?
I wanted to, but
I think that deserves some sort of celebration or some sort of congratulations.
Exactly.
Is that your thing?
We
good for you.
It's a good it's a good step, and we will be able to grow even faster.
For sure. You've been bootstrapping up.
Yeah, definitely. As a CFO, you don't like to spend money, right?
No, for sure. No, that's the thing, though, right? As a finance guy running a startup business, it's actually perfect because you sit there and look at costs and go, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'll figure out another way to do it.
Yeah.
And even once you get funded, it's the best person to fund because you know you'll take care of that business and you'll take care of that money and you'll use your cash efficiently.
I guess that's right.
I think so.
Yeah.
But again, I'm biased, right? Because I come out of a similar background.
Sure.
Everything I do has value associated with it, and I want to keep it that way. So.
Yeah, in some ways, maybe we don't take as much risk as we should.
Maybe from your perspective, but for me, risk was my entire life.
Right.
So everything I do, I build in. What's the risk return? What's my upside? You'll always hear me say something like, "I can do. What's my downside?"
Sure.
And if my downside is nothing, but I always use this. Like, I think the world is binary in my mind. What does that mean? If I want something from you, or I want to take a risk, it's zero.
Yeah.
If I do nothing, where am I? I'm still at zero. If I ask for something or try for something, I may get to one. I may not. But if I don't do anything, I'm at zero forever.
Yeah.
That's the risk-reward equation that I look at every day, all day. Whether it's from a VC perspective when I'm investing in something, whether it's building something like Wishbeer, that's my downside. The worst that can happen is I can lose all my investment, and I'm bootstrapping anyway.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. Really good for you. Really interesting. And you won't do anything besides beer. You won't do like which wine or which spirits or.
Well, that's one of the growth opportunity that we have. Is the revenue we're making on beer, we can definitely do the same in wine, in spirits, and
I mean, it's slightly different because the taxation of those products is different. People are still buying it.
Sure.
Right, and I'd love to be able to buy wine online.
Yeah.
If there was wishwine.com, as a matter of fact, I wish there was, but if there were, no pun intended, but if there were, I'd buy from it.
Right, yeah, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that over the next few months.
You're funded now, so.
Yep, that helps. That will help.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look, I really want to thank you for sitting down.
No problem.
Completely impromptu.
Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me.
I learned something.
Okay.
Which is always important for me. Jerome, it's really a pleasure. Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for interviewing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.